This week on Primo's Truth About Hunting.
This is a Mississippi River swamp donkey buck.
Look at that big stud right there.
I've been looking for you.
That is awesome.
Look at how old his face looks.
He's old. Unreal.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Knocking them down, boy. What you and Jordan been doing? Bird watching. Bird watching.
Welcome to the woods, y'all. Down home with the boys. Here we go.
It's a natural high, out back in the country. Trophy racking my sights, bragging rights on my buddies. If you wanna know why we do what we do, whitetail ain't no lie. To tell you the truth, it's a natural high.
This week, we're all about hunting at home. We're hunting along the Mississippi Delta river bottoms. We're going to get it kicked off with Will Primos and a special guest, a buck named Eric.
This deer, we started watching really close 2.5 years ago. And we got him on, trail cams as he was growing up. And last year we thought he was big. This is his shed from last year on his left side. And you can see the growth he had in mass and just from 1 year. We named this deer Eric because the first guy to ever see him alive was a guy named Eric ZINCZENKO from New York. Great guy. We tried to follow this deer. He disappeared on us. We started getting him this summer on red spot. And that they love it during the summer. He'd show up at night only. And we noticed that he kept looking at the cameras. And then we wouldn't get any pictures of him for a couple of weeks at a time. So we went to the blackout cameras, and he would show up every night. It was something on those red spot sites. We just kept trying to watch the cameras. That was the big deal. We are proud to be able to tell the story. This is a Mississippi River swamp donkey buck. And we thank the good Lord for allowing us to have the health and to be here and to see a true mature whitetail like this. Enjoy the hunt. You ready? Yes, sir. This is a good opportunity with this front coming through. We got a southwest wind going northwest at 4 o'clock. This baby sound big, the real big. See how that works. Trying to make one sound a little bit bigger. Meh.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Mossy Oaks Native Nurseries and Biologic, and Under Armour Boots. Closed captioning by Amazon.com/Primos.
This is a Mississippi River bottom swamp donkey right here. Look at the mass, Kevin. Unbelievable.
Good thing about him is we can just drag him across the bridge right there, load him on the back.
I can't believe we got a shot at air. If that shot hit where I think it did, he won't go far. I can't wait for me and Johnny to walk up on this deer. What is so impressive is the mass of this deer. I mean, I cannot get my hands right around there. Look at that. He's a 4x5. Well, I tell you, that 3-blade rage is bad. But look at this buck. Look at this buck. Can you see him good with your light?
I see him. Look at this.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to fall in love with bow hunting and experience this. And this is what people who love to bow hunt love so much about it, is finally getting close to a mature whitetail like this. What a beautiful, beautiful buck.
This Primos Minute is brought to you by Polaris Ranger EV.
On this week's Primos Minute, we talk about the Magnum Roar. That hunt you just saw, it was a very exciting moment for me to have that mature buck we've been watching come to the call. The Magnum Roar started out just because we wanted a call that was a little bit more volume, a little bit more aggressive. Unbelievable the sound you can get out of this call. And the next thing we wanted to attack was trying our best to get a grunt call that was as freeze resistant as possible. We came up with these ridges on the soundboard, a lot less surface area for the reed to stick to. Then we wanted that wheeze, that high-pitched sound that carries further, that deer can hear even farther than a really loud roar or grunt. It's just taken all these years of experimenting and using calls to get better and better and better at making calls that really work for calling up deer. And timing is a big issue. You never know when you're going to need that call. If it's on your arm, you simply just bring it up and go right back ready to draw your bow or shoot your gun. And that's your Primos Minute for this week. And that's how we speak the light.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Summit Tree Stands and Tight Spot Arrow Quivers.
You can't tell, but that's a 6x6.
Look at the neck on it. Holy moly.
What you and Jordan been doing? Bird watching. Bird watching.
Well, it's a month after Wilbur killed Eric. It's right after Christmas, and it's the hunt that we look forward to all year. All the guys in camp at the same time. But this year, finally, I get to hunt first. We're hunting on the edge of this big CRP field that you can see out here. Got a little green field here. Got water all down through here. What these deer do, we got hardwoods back behind us, and there's water on the other side. So all these deer funnel back and forth down through here, and they come to this green field, going back to the hardwoods. And the rut's on, so it should be bucks up cruising around in the CRP, and it's a great place for them to be. And it's been kind of warm today. So I don't think they've moved much so far. It's about 3 o'clock. Should be a good afternoon. Hey Kevin, that big buck just come across the road right there. Or that dike, whatever that is.
While watching this younger buck, Keith spots this mature buck across the drainage, but he never gives Keith an opportunity for a shot.
I got limbs in the way. At one spot I could shot, but he didn't stop. Sounds like I hear a buck back here chasing does. Yeah, I see him. He's coming. Walking right up the edge. You ain't gonna be able to hardly see him. 10 yards. Give me 5. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Hey, we killed one that had a name. That's Theodore. Give me 5.
Hey! I told Keith, I said, Keith, since you shot a big buck, I go get the Polaris. He said, that's a deal. Hey, good thing about him is we can just drag him across the bridge right there, load him on the back.
Hey, let's go look at him. I'm ready to put my hands on him.
Oh, I am too.
It was
John,
dark
give me the
before we
camera.
got to.
I'm cameraman.
Alright. As you can see, it got dark before we could get down out of the tree. Man, look at that kid. Wilbur's been getting tons of truth cam pictures of this deer on red spot sites and all that. He's been trying to kill him 2 or 3 years. Been doing some fighting, his eyes all messed up on this side. Look at the mask, Kevin. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
You can definitely tell that I drew the short straw for this week. I mean, I've been Keith's cameraman all week long. Now he wants me to go and cook all the burgers to get it ready while they all hanging out talking about Keith's big old buck. There's Cody's. Little baby burger. Little cameraman burger. So we call him little cameraman burger.
He's hating on you, ain't he?
Always. You can't tell, but that's a 6x6.
Yeah.
It don't even look like it, does it? Well, we got all the elk burgers patted out. Now all we got left to do is put some smokehouse salt, herbs, and spices on them and throw them on the grill. But we like to eat, man. Hey, you can't never make too many hamburgers. Just so you start learning some stuff. You can. When you got Keith and Jordan and Kevin and Wilbur, Wilbur he'll probably eat half a hamburger. But Keith he'll eat a triple stack. And Chris will eat a double hamburger. You can never make too many hamburgers.
He's not bugling, he's probably good.
Yeah, he's done bugling.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Smokehouse Salt Company and Under Armour Apparel.
I thought he was gonna come out here. Then he turned and went back that way. 8 down.
We saw the legend Paul made it.
It's been fun, Johnny.
Knocking them down, boy.
Well, it's the last afternoon of our hunt. I was kind of a little worried about it being the last afternoon, but I did have Johnny St. Clair back behind me running the camera, and he is the lucky cameraman this year. He videoed Wilbur shoot Eric and all kind of nice deer. So I felt pretty good, especially when old Johnny said, hey, we're going to a honey hole.
Yeah, we're all up here. The whole team's up here hunting with Will at his place. We got cutovers on both sides of us, and this is a big long food plot here. It's kind of in between them. It's a good calling spot. A lot of big deer in the area. And these deer still chasing a little bit, so maybe it'll happen this evening.
Boy, old Johnny was not joking. When I got up in this stand, I was fired up. This is a green field in between two cutovers, and the way these bucks are cruising in Mississippi this time of year, I knew it wasn't going to take long before we seen our first deer. And sure enough, here comes a doe. It didn't take long for that doe to pass by when a buck comes out from the other side of the cutover and gets her scent, and he's hot on her trail. Just like always, when me and Johnny's watching this buck look for this doe, I get a tap from Johnny. There's a big buck coming from the left, and he must be cold trailing the doe. He's not 50 yards away.
You got him?
Yeah.
Damn.
I couldn't hardly get him. I'm not kidding.
You could, it's
I was
tough.
pushing as hard as I could get him.
I thought he was gonna come out here. Then he turned and went back that way. Huh? Look at that big stud right there.
I've been looking for you.
Look at that deer. Oh, that's a good one. Look at the neck on him. I mean, as soon as we shot my phone, woo, 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 it was George. Y'all shoot? All I said was 8 down.
Well, Cody and I have been hunting on the other side of the farm from all these guys doing all the killing. We've been seeing a lot of deer, but not having a whole lot of luck. But, you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. We're enjoying coming back to the skinning shed every evening, seeing everybody smiling, and most of all, having a good time.
That deer is heavy, and that's one of that's a coal. That's one of the ones we want to go.
Look how wide his shoulders are. Look at the mass.
Fine, ain't
Oh yeah.
Knocking them down, boy.
it? Down.
Got a little medicine on the right.
How far did you shoot him?
Maybe 50 yards up in the cutover. I mean, there wasn't much to it. He just come out.
Give me that gun.
That gun is knocking them out.
Hey, what you and Jordan been doing?
Bird watching.
Bird watching.
Did y'all see a lot of deer?
We did. We saw the legend palmated, and he was 412 yards. Fine. I'm talking about fine.
I seen that crab claw and I said, get it. And I was just squeezing. He goes, okay. And he goes, you got him? I said, yeah. And I just pushed as hard as I could. He goes, man. And I'm like,
You were to buy it, huh?
oh, I was bad bad. He was directly downwind from it. The ozonics worked perfect. He walked right past it like it wasn't
No doubt he come downwind forever.
Dead down.
50 yards just feet. It's awesome.
He wanted to go back.
He looks like he's put away some growth. Seen other bucks.
Tall rack 8.
Something y'all gonna tell Jordan about?
You're
holding out, ain't you, Chris?
Jordan's got a feeling where he's gonna be tomorrow evening.
This the only shooter. This the only shooter we saw.
I accidentally forgot my gun at Mama's.
Thanks for being with us on The Truth and sharing with us what we love and cherish so much, this great sport of hunting. Join us again as we continue the tradition of hunting and just living the outdoor lifestyle. God willing, we'll see you next week.
Next week on Primos Truth About Hunting.
Here we go, 14 days in the Northwest Territories.
I don't know if I've ever worked as hard as we worked for these two.
South Nahani Outfitters.
That was the most unbelievable thing I've ever done in my life.
It's just amazing how they can do it in all these rocks.
We started way up top and we headed down now.